Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a really complex and sensitive topic: relationships and trust. Specifically, we're going to explore some subtle facial cues that researchers and body language experts have linked to deception. Now, before we get started, I want to make something crystal clear. This video is for educational purposes only. None of these signs, on their own, are definitive proof of anything. People are complex, and there can be countless reasons for these behaviors, like stress, anxiety, or just having a bad day. The goal here is to raise awareness about nonverbal communication, not to encourage suspicion or jumping to conclusions. Building trust is about open and honest communication, and that should always be your first step. So, with that important disclaimer in mind, let's explore 5 facial cues that might, and might suggest someone isn't being entirely truthful. Our first cue is something called duping delight. It's a fascinating and slightly unsettling concept. Duping delight refers to the small, almost imperceptible smirk or flash of a smile that can appear when someone believes they are successfully getting away with a lie. It's a subconscious flicker of satisfaction or triumph. Imagine you're talking to your partner about where they were last night. As they're giving you their story, you might notice a tiny, fleeting lift at one corner of their mouth. It's not a full smile, and it vanishes almost as quickly as it appears. This micro-expression can be a leak of their true emotion, the thrill of the deception itself. It's often involuntary, a crack in the carefully constructed facade. Again, someone might just be remembering a funny private joke, so context is everything. But if this smirk appears at an odd time, especially during a serious conversation, it's a cue that experts say is worth noting. Next up, let's talk about eye contact, or more specifically, a lack of consistent eye contact. This is probably the most well-known sign of lying, but it's also one of the most misunderstood. It's not as simple as liars can't look you in the eye. In fact, some people who are lying will overcompensate by staring at you intensely, trying to appear more sincere. The real key is a asterisk change. Asterisk from their normal baseline behavior. If your partner usually holds comfortable eye contact during conversations, but suddenly starts darting their eyes away, looking down, or shifting their gaze all over the room when you ask a specific question, that's a red flag. This eye shifting can indicate discomfort, shame, or the cognitive load of trying to invent a story on the spot. Their brain is working overtime to create and maintain the lie, and it becomes difficult to also maintain steady, natural eye contact. The eyes are often called the windows to the soul for a reason. They can reveal the internal struggle happening behind the scenes. The third cue we're looking at is an increase in the blink rate. On average, people blink about 15 to 20 times per minute. This is a natural, automatic process. However, when a person is under stress or experiencing significant cognitive load, like when they're retrying to concoct a believable lie, their blink rate can increase dramatically. This is a physiological response to pressure. The brain is firing on all cylinders, and the body reacts. So, if you're rediscussing a sensitive topic and you notice your partner's eyelids start fluttering like a hummingbird's wings, it could be a sign that the conversation is causing them significant internal stress. It's the body's telltale sign of, "I'm not comfortable with this." Of course, anxiety about the conversation itself, even if they are telling the truth, can also cause this. That's why it's so important to look for clusters of cues, not just one in isolation. Let's move on to our fourth point: lip-related gestures. The mouth is an incredibly expressive part of the face, and it can betray our true feelings even when our words don't. When someone is being deceptive, you might observe them biting, pressing, or pursing their lips. These are self-soothing behaviors and can also be an unconscious attempt to physically stop words from coming out. Think about it: biting your lip is a way to hold something back. Pressing your lips together tightly forms a barrier. It asks a subconscious signal that they are restraining themselves from saying what they really thinking or feeling. It's as if their body is trying to prevent the truth from escaping. You might ask a simple question like, "Who are you texting so late last night?" and see them immediately press their lips into a thin, hard line before they answer. This momentary gesture can speak volumes more than the words that follow. Our fifth and final facial cue is related to the nose. You might notice someone touching, rubbing, or scratching their nose more than usual when they're being untruthful. This is sometimes called the Pinocchio effect. Now, their nose isn't actually growing, but research has shown that when you lie, the release of a chemical called catecholamine can cause tissues inside the nose to swell. This creates a genuine physical sensation, might tingle or itch. As a result, the person is compelled to touch their nose to relieve the sensation. It's a fascinating physiological reaction to the stress of deception. So, if your partner is explaining a complicated story and they keep rubbing the side of their nose, it might not just be an allergy. It could be an unconscious physical response to the mental and emotional pressure of maintaining a lie. So let us quickly recap the 5 cues we've discussed. That fleeting smirk of duping delight, a noticeable change in their normal pattern of eye contact, a rapid increase in their blink rate, self-soothing gestures like lip biting or pressing, and the Pinocchio effect of touching the nose. I want to end by repeating what I said at the beginning. This video is meant to be an interesting look into body language, not a guide for accusing your partner. The most reliable sign of a problem in a relationship is a change in your gut feeling, a shift in emotional intimacy, and a breakdown in communication. If you feel something is wrong, the best and only healthy path forward is to have an open, honest, and calm conversation. If you're struggling with these issues, couples counseling can be an incredible resource to help you navigate these difficult waters. Trust is the foundation of any healthy relationship, and it's built and repaired through communication, not by trying to become a human lie detector. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you found this information interesting and helpful. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and do forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our future content. Take care of yourselves and each other. See you in the next video.